What is up, all you worship peoples? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Nate Meist, and I love equipping worship leaders with helpful and encouraging content. And in this video, we're going to be learning how to play on an acoustic guitar, a brand new release by Bethel called Beauty. And it truly is a beautiful song. I really have loved learning it in order to teach it to you guys. And we'll also be bringing this song into my most rigorous grading system at the end of the video. So stick around for that, but let's get into it. If you're new here, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If these videos are helping you, which is the goal, why don't you give them a like and maybe even subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss future worship tutorials. There are 3 things we'll be going over in this video to help you learn this song on an acoustic guitar. The first thing is key and capo placement. So the key that the song was originally recorded in, the key that I'm playing it in, and how to use your capo to play in some other keys. The second thing are strumming patterns. I'm going to teach you 2.5 strumming patterns that will get you through this entire song, and I'll slow those down for you as well. And the third and final thing are the chords. I'm going to play through each section of the song individually, and as I do, I will have these handy little chord diagrams in the upper right hand corner so that you can pause the video and see exactly what my finger placement is for each and every chord that I play. Don't forget that this video is segmented, so you can skip ahead to any part of this song that you would like to learn right now. So this song was recorded in the key of F. Now, it's kind of a weird key, but for you on an acoustic guitar, I would suggest the easiest way to play in this key would be to have your capo on fret number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and playing in what's called the C position. And it's called the C position because if you're in standard tuning and you're not using a capo at all, and you play that position, it's a C chord. If you don't know what the C position is or how to play in it, need some more explanation, I have a video for that, so click up above or down below to check that out. I am not going to remain in the original key for this video. I'm going to go down a half step. So I'm going to be in the key of E. So I'll have my capo on fret number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll be in the key of E, C position. You know, the original key, I can sing it in that key, but I just didn't want to be like yelling at you guys as I'm singing it because there's some really high parts to the song. So I thought it'd be, you know, nice to kind of take it down a half step. So that's where I'll be for the duration of this video, the remainder. But there are other keys that you could play in if that's maybe still too high for you. It's really easy to go down from here using your capo and using the same exact chord shapes that I'm going to teach you in this video. So all you got to do is just put your capo down another half step, let's say, and now you're in the key of E flat or D sharp. Another half step, another capo down, now you're in the key of D. Let's go another one to fret number 1. Now you're in the key of D flat or C sharp. And then like I said, take your capo off completely and that is the key of C. But using the same exact chord shapes that I'm going to teach you in this video, you could play in all of those keys. And just so you know, I will be calling out the chords for the key of C. That's not the actual key that we're in, but I do that in order to make it easy for you guys to like download a chord chart in the key of C and follow along with me if you needed to play in another position. So if you needed to have your capo somewhere else, you could still use the same chords that I'm going to teach you in this video. So yeah, just a little heads up, I will not be calling out the chords for the key that we're actually in, which will be the key of E. I'll be calling out the positional chords, which is the key of C. Alright, so let's learn these strumming patterns. There are 2.5 strumming patterns that will get you through this whole song. And I say and a half. If you've watched my other videos, you know that usually means the third strumming pattern is just like a downstroke only pattern. And that's going to be for the bridge. So you're just going to be... kind of using all downstrokes for the bridge. But let's go over the 2 other, like, you know, more structured strumming patterns. The first one, strumming pattern number 1, is going to be for the verses, and then strumming pattern number 2 is going to be for the choruses. All right, so let's go over strumming pattern number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. so let's slow down that strumming pattern number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And this is strumming pattern number 2, the one for the choruses. So 1, 2, 3. All right, let's slow that one down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, up, up, down, 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 up. And then once again, for the bridge, that's going to be all downstrokes. So you'll see when we get to that part in the song how I kind of treat that bridge in terms of strumming pattern. Alright, let's learn these chords. This song doesn't really have an intro, it just goes straight into verse number 1, so that's where we will start. And this is strumming pattern number 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Behold the one, the radiance, the splendor of every living thing. You are the Word, you are the life, you are the face of God. Alright, this is the first chorus, and this is strumming pattern number 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. Alright, then after that first chorus, they go into verse number 2, which is the same exact strumming pattern and chord progression as verse number 1. So just refer back to that first verse for verse number 2. Alright, let's play through the second chorus. There's a little bit more energy here, so I'm going to play through this one. And they repeat this chorus, so they play it twice the second time around. I'm just going to play it through once. So let's play through this second chorus. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. 2, 3, 4, and then they do it again, that same exact thing again. They repeat that, and then it goes into the bridge. Alright, this is the bridge. This is where I switch to all downstrokes for my strumming pattern. They play through this bridge 3 times. On the third one, that's when he kind of jumps up. He doesn't go up an octave, but he kind of jumps up to like a harmony of the original melody that he sings in like the first 2 bridges. So let's play through all 3 of these bridges. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Angels cry out this unending song. Holy is the Lord God Almighty. We all bow down in wonder and awe. Forever we will sing of your beauty. Angels cry out this unending song. Holy is the Lord God Almighty. We all all bow down in wonder and awe. Forever we will sing of your beauty. Oh, angels cry out this unending song. Holy is the Lord God Almighty. We all bow down in wonder and awe. Forever we will sing of your beauty. Oh, your beauty. And then it goes straight into the chorus there out of that third bridge. All right, so like I said, after that third bridge, they go straight into the chorus. Something to take note of, though, is that he does change the melody of that first O. Usually it's oh, and he changes it to oh, probably to match the energy that they're coming out of from the bridge. It totally makes sense. But then after that O, the rest of the O's are the normal melody. So just something to take note of there. But let's play through this chorus that happens right after those three bridges. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're beautiful. Back into the chorus again, and then for that chorus you can just refer back to the second chorus that I taught you. Same energy, same chords, same strumming pattern, and all that. Alright, then after that they go into basically the ending of the song. It's kind of just like a tag, but it's very soft, you know, very little instrumentation going on, and so let's play through this ending here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. And they just let that C just kind of ring out. And that's kind of, you know, there's some embellishments and stuff if you listen to the recorded version. But that's pretty much how they end it. They just end it on that chord, and that's the end of the song right there. Alright guys, we have learned all the chords, and you know what that means. It's time to bring this song into my rigorous grading system to see how it does. It's really not that rigorous, but it could receive up to 3 check marks, so let's see how it does. The first check mark is to examine whether this song would sound nice, not only in a full band context, but just with like one instrument. You know, does it need all the instrumentation in order to sound nice? Or could you pull the song off on just like an acoustic guitar, on just a piano? I'm going to say yes for this one. I feel like the instrumentation already is very minimal on the recorded version, so that makes it easy for anybody to kind of break it down. And you know, piano is a very prevalent instrument in the recorded version, and it sounds beautiful. No pun intended. But yeah, so like especially piano, I feel like you could pull this song off. There is some like rhythmic elements that really come in the chorus that make the chorus come alive. So, it might sound good with like an acoustic as well to kind of bring in those rhythmic elements, that momentum, But yeah, I think that the song could, be easily pulled off on one instrument for sure. Second check mark, would this song be easy for you and your worship team to learn? So you're talking about like maybe going in on a midweek rehearsal, giving this song like an hour of practice time, and being ready for Sunday. Like, is that doable? Like, is that something that'd be pretty, easy to do for you and like, a wide variety of skill sets, on your worship team? Because a lot of us are dealing with volunteer worship teams, and some people, they have a heart to play. They've only been playing for like a few months maybe, and they're passionate about, bass guitar. But then you got this guy that's a super seasoned drummer, and he's been like, he can like show up. He doesn't even need to come to rehearsal. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing. So you're dealing with a wide variety of levels of experience here. And would it be easy for you as a worship leader to bring the song in and just like throw it into the lap of your worship team and have it go smoothly? I'm going to say no. There's a lot that you'd have to work out in this song. The song itself is like, it's only 5 minutes long. It doesn't have that many sections to it. There's 2 verses, a chorus that's super simple, and a bridge. But it has a certain vibe to it, and that vibe, if you're using a full band, it's got to be executed successfully. And I think that's going to take a lot of thought and consideration and planning. The chorus, you got to nail it in order to, it's simple, yes, but it's also complex in the terms of like how the rhythm is, and what the drummer's going to do, and different stuff like that, and the bridge too, and how you're going to build back into the chorus, and so there's a lot of different things here going on. And also melodically, this song was actually a little bit difficult for me to learn. I really had to like listen to the verses over and over again. They're not super predictable. Like, the melodies aren't really complicated or anything, but it just, in terms of like where the notes go and how the melody kind of weaves in and out, it wasn't very like intuitive. I really had to listen to it a few times to get how he was, the cadence of the words and the timing and all that kind of stuff. It's a little interesting how he phrases the verses. All that to say, I don't think it'd be a super easy learn for the worship team. Checkmark number 3, the final checkmark. Is this song congregational? Absolutely it is. I'm going to speak for like the super burly men in the church. This song is a little bit flowery. It's a little bit on the girly side. I will say that. You're telling the Lord that He's beautiful, and He's full of beauty, and it's true. I'm not saying that it's not true, obviously. He is beautiful. But, it might be a little difficult for some of the burly dudes to sing this song out. I'm just going to speak for them on their behalf. So there is that. And also, like I said, the melodies in the verses particularly were a little bit difficult for me to learn. So I know that if they're hard for me to learn, they're going to be really hard for the church to learn, because the church is only going to hear this song once a week if they're not like listening to it on the radio or in their car, which they're probably not, unless they're like a hardcore worship fan, So with them only hearing this song once a week from you, their worship leader, yeah, it's going to be a slow learning curve for them, I think. It's going to take a while for them to catch on, especially to these verses. Chorus, super memorable. It's going to stick in their head. They're going to be singing that in the car on the way home from church. But the verses specifically, I will say, are a little difficult to learn. But all that to say, yes, in a congregational setting, in terms of lyrical content and that kind of stuff, it'd be a great song to put on your Sunday morning set list. Alright guys, so that is Beauty by Bethel. I hope that this video helps you guys to pull this song off. If you're doing this song, comment down below. I'd love to hear from you, and just to see how it's going in your realm of worship and ministry. I hope that the Lord is blessing the work of your hands. I know that He is, and He is with you. Keep up the good work, and wherever you are, don't forget to keep it praisey, y'all. You're seeing crazy? Keep it praisey. You know that you're in the praisey club if you're watching this video. And don't forget to hit up natemeisch.com for some praisey club merch. Super sick merch at natemeisch.com. I'll see you guys in the next video.